Hi, I'm Joshua Phillip.
And I'm Brian TV.
Welcome to Season 2 of Read the News. We've made a couple of format changes. We hope you enjoy them.
I think you'll enjoy them.
We think you'll enjoy them. Finally, in January, a overdue state of emergency was declared for the City of Flint by the state of Michigan in regards to their water system. There's been lead detected in their water since September of 2015. It's been kind of a long road to get here, and I think a lot of people are confused or have forgotten or never heard how this whole situation started in the first place. 2013, in March, the City Council of Flint voted 7-1 to join the KWA, which is the Caragnandi Water Authority, which was supposed to, over 8 years, save them $19 million. Everybody was on board with it, including the City Council, 7-1, and the elected mayor. In April, their emergency city manager, appointed by the state, also signed off on it. And the day after, April 2013, the Detroit Water and Sewerage Department sent notice that they were canceling a contract that had stood for 50 years. They gave a year's notice that they were no longer going to supply water to the city of Flint, at least not by the contract that stood before. They wanted to renegotiate. So everybody was like, hey, well, let's use the Flint River. They already have a water treatment facility on the river. And in April of 2014, they switched over to the Flint River as their primary water source. However, in September of that same year, tests became positive for total coliform bacteria in several places throughout the city. And it was attributed to the fact that the system was designed to serve 200,000 people, but it's only currently serving around 100,000 people. So water sits stagnant in the system longer than it should have to. And with the new river water, that allowed this bacteria to start forming within the pipes, which is, of course, not okay. It was a problem that needed to be solved. And they solved that by raising the level of some of the chemicals inside the plant for the disinfecting and purification process. And now we go to Brian for the advice column.
Hello. Welcome to Brian TV, presents advice for Read the News. Let's begin, shall we? Here we go. Husband who's aiding ex-lover appears to be helping himself. Dear Brian TV, let's see what we've got. My husband went to Florida 3 months ago to care for an ailing former lover. He told me she will be leaving him a sizable inheritance, and he needs to protect her from vultures. I admit that's Florida, not the desert, baby. I admit I'm suspicious to his motives. I think there may be more going on than what he's telling me, but he has been painting a pretty picture of how rosy our future will be with her gift. I don't think I even have to go any further than that. These questions that we have, I'm being cued now by the people off screen that I should read further. So I'm going to do that. Let's find out what's going on here. He has now suggested that we get a temporary divorce so we can marry her in order to get her entire estate. Brilliant! What a great idea! Why aren't you supporting your lover? If you love him as much as he loves you, you're going to support this idea because that estate is your future. And left her flabbergasted. Yeah. Even though our marriage has been rocky at times, I've never seen this side of him. I don't know whether to believe him and be simply, how much money do you have? Better be careful. Oh my gosh. Even though our marriage has been rocky at times, I've never seen this side of him. I don't know whether to believe him and be simply disappointed in his callous behavior, or not to believe him and conclude that he really wants a divorce so he can marry her. Any thoughts? You've got my thoughts. You got them. And maybe you should just, like, let them do the thing. Do the damn thing on it. Come on. Cheers to estates inherited.
Later, January of that year, byproducts of those disinfecting agents that they had to use were found to be in excess levels, and Flint was declared to be in violation of the Safe Drinking Water Act. And that, of course, was very alarming too. This TTHM was found. These are the byproducts. And also not super dangerous, but certainly a problem. And because of the violation of the Safe Drinking Water Act, notices were sent out that anybody who was pregnant or nursing shouldn't drink the water. Anyone with compromised immune system should stay away from the water because it wasn't entirely safe. So in March of 2015, the city council, at this point, 2 years later, finally decided they voted 7-1 to switch back to the Detroit Water and Sewerage Department. However, this was going to cost about $12 million, and the city of Flint didn't have that money. So even though they had voted to do it, they couldn't actually make it happen. September of 2015, when Virginia Tech and the Hurley Medical Center in Flint both found high levels of lead in the water. The extra chlorine sucked the lead out of the old piping and the solder within the pipes. So in September, lead was found, and in October, Governor Snyder and the state of Michigan announced a $16 million plan to get Flint hooked back up to the Detroit Water and Sewerage Department. So a lot of people have called, they're mad at the state, they're mad at a lot of places. But personally, I'm mad at the Detroit Water and Sewerage Department, who decided to cut Flint off from their water 2 years earlier than they were really prepared to be, just because they saw the opportunity to make a couple extra bucks.
So that's the season 2 opener for Read the News. We hope you enjoyed the new format changes. Let us know what you think in the comments section.
And also, of course, make sure to like and subscribe, as I have. Oh!
Let's do this!
Oh, man! And now I'm going to give some actual advice, because you know what? That's fucked up. Like, this motherfucker is going to go and marry this other person. He's being honest about it. He's going to marry her to get the inheritance and then come back to you? Like, that is crazy. Is that not crazy?
No, man.
I mean, no, come on. You just say your fucking piece. That shit it's out of this world. It's insanity. And she's just like, my solution is I'm going to write an advice letter to a column, and that's going to solve my problems. All right, now, either you're a scam artist or you're not a scam artist, all right? And if you are part of that, if you want to be a con, then you con with him. Like, yes, do the damn thing on it. Just do the thing, Let him go and fucking do this. And that's what trust is, right? If you're going to be in love with a con artist, you got to be a con artist. I'm sorry. I'm fucking sorry, but that's the truth. You gotta write in a fucking advice column. Fuck this. Fuck this.
Fair State wide receiver
check this
Shakur
out.
Sanders, right,
This is pretty good.
catches a touchdown pass against Grand Valley State during the regular season matchup of the Gliic rivals in September at the Lever Stadium.
Good.
Oh.
Black Friday.
Yeah, GVSU lost that game.